Okay, I left the information on problem number two because I forgot to answer the last part, which is what I told you as a student not to forget. All right, so what's the last part? You have to classify the triangle by its angles. So all three angles in the triangle are less than 90 degrees. Therefore, to classify it, we would say that it's an acute triangle. If they said classify it by its sides and angles, because the angle measurements are all different, I would have said acute scalene, but they're just asking for classification according to the angles, and that completes the explanation for 22. Okay, 23. So we're given a congruent statement. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. This is our congruent statement, and we're going to use that for A as well as for B. Okay. The order of the letters is important. So angle A is congruent to angle B. Side AB is congruent to DE, and you can keep going on the line. So B is congruent to angle E. C is congruent to angle F. So keep that in your mind. So I have to use that fact to help me to solve this problem. I can, so angle A and D are congruent. So whatever the measurement one is, it's equal to the measurement of the other, because what it means to be congruent is that the measurements are equal. So we get 3x plus 10 equals 81. Subtract 10 from both sides, we get 3x equals 71, and that gives me x equals 71 over 3. Again, if you get a decimal answer, don't panic. It could be that the answer is just a decimal number. So this one is like 23.767, rounding it off. Remember that when you round off to use approximation, so it's about 23.7. Now I have to figure out what y is. Well, B corresponds to E in the triangle in terms of angles. So whatever this measurement is, it's the same as 4y minus 7. So what do you know about the sum of three angles in the triangle? They're equal to 180. So to find the measurement of angle E, I can say 180 minus 81 minus 35. So do some quick calculations. So that gives me 64 degrees. So then I set 4y minus 7 equal to 64 degrees. Add 7 to both sides, we get 4y equals 71. And then when you divide by 4, you get y equals 71 over 4, which is also 17.75. Don't feel compelled to write it as a decimal. Fractions are preferred, actually. Okay, B, so we're using the fact that the two triangles are congruent. And if they're congruent, that means that the perimeter of one is the same as the perimeter of the other. So we're given that the perimeter of ABC, triangle ABC, is 41. So then that means that the perimeter of triangle DEF is also 41. So what does this side have to be so that that length plus 20 plus 80 or 18 is equal to 41? Well, you can just do 41 minus 18 minus 20, and then you'll get your answer, which I believe is 3. Okay, so now let's look at what sides are congruent to what sides. AB, the first two letters, is congruent to side DE, the first two letters of the second part. So then we can say that the measurements are equal. So 2x is equal to 18. Divide by 2 on both sides, and we get x equals 9. Now for y, we have side BC. Well, over here to my left, BC is congruent to EF. What is the length of BC? 3y. So that's equal to EF, which is 3 units. So then y is equal to 1 because you just divide by 3 on both sides. And this completes the explanation for 23.